Well, let's see here. I got a question, or where'd I get it? The background I got off eBay. I got black and white Silent Bob. These are the ones from like the 90s. And I'm a big Kevin Smith collector, a big Kevin Smith fan. Um, my favorite Kevin Smith movie is Mallrats, which, if that does not scream Generation X, I don't know what does. I mean, like, to this day, Clerks is like a heartbeat. I mean, my favorite movies are Pump Up the Volume, with Christian Slater, and all of Kevin Smith's work, and yeah, but yeah, I picked these up at MightyCon in Milwaukee or Madison. I'm a comic book show vendor and stuff, so I've got a whole bunch of Kevin Smith stuff, and I'm hopefully gonna get more. The only Funko Pops I've got are Kevin Smith ones, and I have a bunch of the in action figures. I don't have the full set. Again, the only Funko Pops I own is, hey, here's that black and white Kevin Smith. He's telling you, which roughly translated is like, subscribe, and follow. Dogma figures. Justice. I know this is kind of messy. I do action figure stuff. I'm dabbling in stop motion. 2 years ago, another Gen X problem. My parents passed, so just getting the house back in order. I'm trying to be a content creator. All right, everybody, look, it's a sailboat. And Will Ferrell. You know, I'm doing what I can as fast as I can. I mean, I also collect helmets. This is one of my shelves of the action figures I have to open. And once I have everything open, I'm going to be able to do like stop motion stuff. I dabble. I do more of scenery stuff, kind of like a Clerks, two people in the scene and stuff at the moment. This is the closet that I blame my mother on. Like, the kids coming to trick or treat this year have got, forget candy. I've got Pocky and action figures. Last year I gave away 5 surprise. Okay, it's a messy look, but there's more action figures. There's my R2-D2 collection. More of my helmets. More of my R2-D2 collection. I was responsible for a Dino Rider meme for a while. So I was collecting dinosaurs. Basically put an action figure on. You can do a deep dive and find that on. Again, forgive the mess. That's the entrance to my man cave, which is currently under, we'll call it construction. Like I said, it's been a rough 2 years. In our town, it was prom weekend, so we set a couple skeletons back up. ZZ Top 12-footer has always been out. Reason he's got a beard is I had to take a branch off this tree, and I'm like, it was gonna be one of those just miss. It was a just hit, and we just got them ready for the hula party in spring and summer. 2 of them. I guess it's too dark tonight, but does anyone remember the meme about the rowboat? I think it was like a hick pond or whatever, redneck pond. I don't know if that's an okay word to say on here anymore. I don't know if that's whatever, but I said it, and I thought it was so cool. And I got a canoe, and I've got about 20 goldfish in there. They're about 3 years old. They come in for winter, obviously. I'm in Wisconsin. And yeah, I got no skeletons in my closet. I don't have a closet big enough. And I really I did Goonies. That was my sister's idea last year. We did different scenes throughout the year. I mean, we got more than just these guys, but didn't get them in the shed yet. And, it's almost Halloween technically. Ain't that right? All right, good to see you. But yeah, that was probably way too much information for the question of where did I get the Jay and Silent Bob figures. Comic book show, they're on eBay. The ones you saw there are the ones from like, I want to say like 94, 96. I've been in Smithy that long. I used to own a comic book store back then. Yeah, we dressed them all up as Goonies. I'm real proud of this one, Data, and all that. But yeah, I've been a Kevin Smith fan that long. There's actually photos of me with like a Kevin Smith shirt way back then. Many moons ago, kids. Many moons ago. And it was 99. The local paper did a story on my comic book store. Like I said, I know I got a lot of new followers, so this is kind of silly, but just kind of a little about me. I'm a real open person, so these are my best sellers for the independents. Rich Kalowski. I'm actually going to be in his comic book with two of my friends. It's coming out sometime this year. And they did a whole article in the store because it was one of those things where it was an arcade and comic book store. That's me way back when. And I really have not aged a day since then. I paused for a second. I don't know where it was. The local paper ran like story against like violent video games when like Dance Dance Revolution and everything was saying. Man, I always had to like stand up for myself for the city because I thought I was young and crazy, and now I'm coming up on 50 and I'm still young and crazy. But I tried to make a really cool place for the kids because we didn't have something cool back then, so I was dumb enough to do it. There's a picture for me from like 89. Who remembers the black and white pictures and they like made it black and white and colored it in? Like that was a thing back then. That was cool. So not that I didn't make this way longer of an answer than it needed to be, but it's kind of like that scene in Batman. Where do you get all those wonderful toys? Just over time, comic book shows and conventions and just collecting. I play with action. I'm into stop motion now. I play with my action figures now more than when I was a kid. And I also did my first kit bash. Darth Jar Jar is going to be in Lego Star Wars, so I was kind of inspired to make a Darth Jar Jar. Yeah, all these answers are things you didn't even ask. Ay. But yeah, I know I've got a lot of new followers, so hopefully that brings everyone up to speed. Oh, I'm also a cosplayer, but I'm not going to get into costumes or anything for that. That's on here somewhere. Convention goer, go to shows, conventions, anime, comic book, toy conventions. I'm just everywhere. I used to own a comic book store. As an anime before anime was like a common word that people knew what it meant. And I got one more flex. Okay, Gen X, how many of you guys are Magic players? Who started the same time I did? During Unlimited? Let's see, people who started playing in 93. I remember playing at high school on the kitchen lunchroom tables. I remember playing at McDonald's while having pancakes. Yeah, I am definitely Gen X. And everybody, Gen X and everybody else, stay awesome. Like, subscribe, follow, comment. Wherever you find me, do whatever you gotta do. Have fun, help me grow.